I'm Dr. Jesse Scholes, physical therapist, personal trainer, and USA Track and Field Level 1 coach. I'm going to show you today a couple core exercises for your week 1 in getting into running program. We're going to do 3 exercises. 2 of them are going to be for the stomach, one's going to be for the hips, the back, and the hamstrings. And I'm going to recommend watching one of my other videos, the step up video, for strengthening up the legs and the hips and a little bit more into the stomach area as well, getting those muscles all to coordinate together. The step ups I would recommend you doing 2 to 3 days per week at the most. Probably 2 is ideal. And for these core exercises I'm going to show you right now, I'd highly recommend you at least do them 5 days per week, up to 7 at the most. For these core exercises, I would encourage you to try to push towards a goal of 20 repetitions or 20 lifts, however you want to word it, and about 3 sets on the days that you do them. Now, the first exercise I'm going to recommend is a sit-up. Now, the sit-up I'm recommending might look kind of dangerous to some people that have been told sit-ups are bad, but it's really not a bad exercise as long as you don't have a acute or a significant old disc bulge in your lower back. And I'll show you an alternative right afterwards if that is the case for you. So, doing a sit-up, you're going to lie down on your back with your arms over your head. You're going to sit up, reach towards your toes, and here's the important thing. You're going to keep reaching towards your toes as you lower yourself back to the ground. And as you're lowering yourself back to the ground, you want to lower your spine to the ground, one bone at a time, from the bottom up. Arms up overhead at the bottom. Come up slowly, reach towards the toes. Keep reaching towards the toes as you lower down again, slowly, one bone at a time, from the bottom of your spine up to the top. If you're not able to do this because of some low back problem that you may have, what I would encourage you to do instead is a reverse crunch. For a reverse crunch, you're going to lay on your back with your knees up like this, and you're going to try to bring your knees towards your chest. And when you do that, you're going to be lifting up your tailbone and the lower part of your pelvis off the floor. If you need to use your hands on the floor, that's okay to help with lifting. But if you can keep your arms off the floor and your head supported on the floor, that would be ideal. And again, for this exercise, I would encourage you to do 20 repetitions as well. Now, the next exercise I'm going to show you is going to be exercise to help getting your knee up higher when you're running. It's called the mountain climber. It gets very tiring, both for the hip flexors and for the stomach muscles. You're going to get into a plank position, and the most important thing about this position is you don't want to let your back sag down. So, use your lower stomach muscles, get into good posture by tilting your pelvis to flatten your back. And then what we're going to do quickly is switch our legs back and forth. Now, this is the one exception to the rule of 20, that you're trying to do 20 of each exercise. This exercise I would recommend you do for 1 minute for 3 sets. And if you need a minute or 2 for rest in between sets, that is okay. But make sure when you're in this position, you keep your low back flat, otherwise you're not engaging the muscles correctly. Try to bring the knee as close to your chest as you can. Now, the next exercise, you need a fairly slippery floor and socks on your feet. And what you're going to do, you're going to lay on your back, you're going to lift your butt up. You can use your arms if needed for help. Slide your legs out while keeping the butt up. Slide them back. Out and back. out, and back. If you're not able to do at least 5 or 6 of those with good form, keeping your hips up fully as you slide your heels out and back, then just work on the bridges. In this position, lifting your hips up and back down. If you're going to do the bridges instead, make sure to do a 5-second hold at the top of each one so that your muscles can fully kick on. And after you do these exercises, remember, watch my other video on the step-ups because that's really going to help keep all of the rest of the muscles functioning better together in your core, your stomach, your hips, and your low back. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope this helps you get to week 2 a little bit easier.